What's up, everybody? This is JP. I'm happy to be here to bring you more information about. Today, we're going to talk about the Nordics. Okay? A year ago, I did a video with Dr. Michael Sala, update number 30, Nordic Extraterrestrials Assimilation Program, over a year ago. And I talked about my experience. If you want to know more about this experience and how and what happened, go to Exopolitics to that video. And it's a year old, but you can put Nordic Extraterrestrial Assimilation Program. And it'll come up with Dr. Michael Sala, Exopolitics. Okay? His YouTube channel. I'm just going to talk to you today. They walk among us. I know a lot of military personnel have been talking about this. And I witnessed the Nordics coming from a ship or coming from a helicopter. And they do it every time. They do it every time. And it's a constant thing that they do. They come down. They land in the field. Okay, a Black Hawk comes down right next to them. Okay, they come out. They get it in the Black Hawk. They get taken to another location. The ships gets up and they take off. And the two Nordics that come in these ships, they're in the Black Hawk. They go to another field, another location. They land and they come out, and soldiers, we pick them up, and we take them to this place, right? And they start a simulation program. They start this program but it's been happening for a long time. And I'm sure this also happens with the egg-shaped ship people that come from the moon that look like an Indian complexion from India. And they get assimilated too to look like humans, and they live among us. I'm sure they can go to India and live among India over there, and nobody would notice the difference. And they still carry the same habits of the ancient ones that flew the Vimanas. Okay, so these Nordics, right? It's amazing the technology. Because I think, the technology is in the base. It's in the base, but I'm sure that this technology is theirs. But it's in the base. In order for them to change, in order for them to walk, do experiments or grab information about what they're doing. They come back to this building. They change back. We fly them back. They get back into their ship. Their ship comes down. They get back into the ship and they go. And they come back with different Nordics that experience everything. But sometimes they do a program of a year, 2 years, 10 years, or some of them live a full life of being on Earth, and they mix in with us humans, and they make babies. And I totally understand what's happening now. Other people are stopping other people, asking for identification, because there is bad extraterrestrials out there. Okay? And we're trying to narrow it down and finding all these bad extraterrestrials that are still roaming around, walking among society, trying to wreak havoc Okay? And I'm saying this for the first time here, and a lot of government officials know this because even they work in our governments, all right? And other governments around the world. They influence other people. They work as our doctors, okay? They work as working in the oil industry and teaching other people about oil. They work as government officials, police, and work throughout the streets of our cities and towns, making sure everything is okay. All right? They work as teachers, teaching our children in school. So a lot of people started the process of teaching their kids at home. It's part of it, you know? They walk among us. The technology that they brought to change their face. And I'm going to tell you this, all right? And I'm telling you this. They can look African American. They can look Asian. They can look white. They can look Spanish. They can look Indian. They can look Puerto Rican. They can look Venezuelan. They can look like anybody with this technology that they have. And I really haven't gotten close to see what do they use. They really keep that in wraps. But I'm sure it's a technology that vibrates them in a way and changes their facial features. It changes their hair. And it just changes them. But out of nowhere, sometimes, okay, when they're in society, they can phase, okay, their face phases, and they can turn back into their Nordic or other form. Okay, now that I have brought this to everybody's attention in this video, please write in the comments if you had experience, like when you're with a person, right, and you just see them phase from the corner of your eyes, and you look at them and they look regular, but when you look on a like side-eyed, you can side-eye them. You can see the phase mode. So I think, yes, is a technology that has to be reprocessed and redone every couple of months or maybe a year, or I don't know how long it lasts. But it's a technology that changes them and changes the way they look on their face, changes their hair, changes their skin color, and they choose whatever skin color they want to be, and they walk among us. Okay? They walk among us. And this technology is probably thousands of years old that they use to do this. And they have been doing this for thousands of years, walking among our society and interacting with humanity. And these beings, some of them can be negative, and yes, some of them can be positive. Not all of them are good, okay? You feel them. You feel if they're negative. When you get close to these beings, you feel if they're negative or not. You feel who's evil. You can feel it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm trying to say, but you can feel these negative actors. You can feel them. I can feel them. I can spot them from a mile away. In all the conferences that I have done, I have spotted dozens of them interacting with everybody there and having a negative vibe. And yes, a lot of them are in high places. That they have a negative mind, a negative heart, a negative energy, and you can feel it from a mile away. When I interact with these Nordics, my experience interacting with them, it's a peaceful love that you feel. You just start looking at everything with love. You start looking at everything with like you don't want to break nothing. Like if everything was a piece of glass and you're like, I don't want to break nobody's feeling. I don't want to stand on no branches. I don't want to cause pain to nobody, and you're like with carefulness, loving everything that you see and everything that you do and everything that you think. But on the other hand, you have these negative entity that have similar technology, okay? But they're just dark. Okay, and I'm saying this for the first time because, well, I have been saying this, but I'm just saying this because I want people to understand that, yes, there is bad extraterrestrials living among us. I don't know if you heard that before. I don't know if you have experienced that. I have interacted with these Nordics beings, and I never knew where they from. But for me, I always see it in a spiritual sense. I always see these beings as a spiritual, as being spiritual. Okay? And I have talked to them face to face. I have felt their hands physically. I have seen their crafts. I have entered in their crafts. I have interacted with them. I know the way they smell. I know the way their voice sounds. I've seen these Nordics training the military of the United States and other military that are part of the Artemis Accord. And I'm talking about the good Nordics, the Nordics that feel angelic, the Nordics that feel good. I know what I have seen. I know what I have felt. These technologies are from these good Nordics, but okay, let me put this out there. These bad ones, that they kind of they look like Nordics, yeah. They walk among us, yeah. The good Nordics also walk among us, yes, they do, and they interact, and they're also it's like a it's like a shadow war that's going on with the good Nordics, bad Nordics, black hats, white hats. Good Nordics are part also with the white hats. The bad ones are connected with other entities and are connected with the black hats and are diabolical. They're demonic, and they want different agendas for humanity, and that's what's clashing. And I think what's happening now with asking about IDs and all that, I think has a big part of finding out who these people are. Who are these aliens? I'm talking in general. This is happening for a reason, and I want people to understand that, and I want people to understand the time frame of what's happening about these, I agents interacting in every city, making sure you are who you say you are, and making sure, if you're a good one, if you're a bad one. So everything all at once is happening, but everything is also happening in the shadows. And I know that this is happening to a lot of people, and a lot of people are taking this the wrong way, but things have to happen in order for us to know who is who are the good ones and who are the bad ones. And I believe that this has been said in Congress and age of disclosure. This have been said that these beings, they have been interacting with us for thousands of years. They have been showing their ships for thousands of years. But now it's just a lot that they want to be known. They want people to understand that they are here. Okay? And that's why I'm calling this the golden year of disclosure, 2026. The golden year of technology. The golden year of secular space travel. When I say that, is the rockets going up and interacting with other people in our moon. Next month. I think I said that the Artemis 2 is going to take off, but it's it's February 15th. And I think in the last video I said January 15th or 5th of them taking off, but I did a mistake. Okay, I'm human. All right, I'm a real human, and I think it's the 15th. I'm gonna check it out, but if you guys know the exact date, just put it under there in the comments to let other people know. And when that happens, it's gonna show you a lot of different things that's happening around the moon, and I'm sure other triangular shapes are gonna link up with this rocket ship and follow us, and they're gonna take them through the security and checkpoints of going around the moon and being protected. Okay, because the treaty has been broken and we're going back to the moon. The treaty is no more. Okay, so we're going back physically and mentally and spiritually. We're going back to the moon, and we have been there already, but secularly with the rockets and other people just physically seeing. But I think all this is gonna happen like in a close and an open in the of an eye. It's gonna be fast. The disclosure is gonna happen fast. So it could happen at 12 o'clock in the morning. The president comes out with an announcement and he talks about disclosure. So it can happen anytime. Anytime it can happen. But because we have these bad actors running around, these demonic ones, the ones that do negative things to loved ones, they don't want this to happen. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. That's the main thing. We're going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to make sure that disclosure is done the right way, okay? And that disclosure happens in a way that everybody accepts it. The white hats will win, okay? The white hats will win. And there's going to be other things happening that is going to try to hinder this disclosure, but we are pushing like a freight train up a hill. Choo, 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 choo. Pushing up the hill for disclosure. But once we're up the hill, we're going to go down the hill and going up another big hill and push again, and go up the hill and level out, and disclosure happens. And I'm really happy. The golden year of disclosure. The disclosure of the grunts. The disclosure of technology. The golden year of technology. It's going to be amazing. They walk among us, and keep your eyes open. Okay? You know how the Bible says, I don't know what verse exactly, but the Bible says, oh, be careful how you treat somebody. Okay? Because that person can be an angel. Okay? It didn't say that for no reason. Okay? The Bible says it. So make sure you treat everybody in a nice way. Because these beings do not like bad people. I'm talking about the good ones, the good Nordics, okay? They do not like bad, negative people that has an evil heart. They can't be around those type of people. They carry a certain frequency that they don't like to be around. Okay, so if you do evil things, keep your eyes open, because justice is coming your way. Okay? And if you do beautiful things, love, prosperity is coming your way. Love and prosperity is coming your way if you do good things. Remember, there's always someone watching. Doesn't matter if you're in a room by yourself. There's always something watching and recording the frequency that you are leaving in that room. That frequency is recorded. Okay? You are always being monitored. Doesn't matter where you're at. You could be skydiving. You're always being monitored. Always, always, always. So have a clean and beautiful, beautiful, loveful mind. The spiritual realm is real, people. I don't know how many times I want to crack that down. The spiritual world is real. Okay? And all these planets have their frequency. Okay? Everything is connected. These guys are connected to us. Everything is connected to this realm that we are at. Okay? Remember that. Much love to all. This is a quick video, but just to make you understand that they are among us. Okay? They are walking the streets. You know, a friend of mine called me in New Year's, and he told me, bro, I swear to you, I saw some Nordics here celebrating with us. I saw some Nordics celebrating here, brother, in Times Square. This is insane. They are among us. And it's just you feel it. You feel them. He was an ex-military guy. And he's been to a couple of missions that I've been to. And he called me in New Year's and, oh, they're among us. So I'm telling you, bro, of course they're among us. Of course. I'm going to be going to Sedona. It's going to be nice with Team Light. Also, GSIC 2026. A lot of big people there. It's going to be amazing. Also, the talks are on for Japan, but I'll let you know the exact date for Japan. Can't wait to go there. The talks are on for Dubai. Don't know the dates yet, but let's see what happens. Brazil 2026. I will be going to Brazil. All right. I'll be going to Brazil 2026. So I'm going to start setting up something for Brazil. It's going to be 2026. I'll be in Brazil. Okay? We'll go to Carlos Novas. We'll do a big something huge there with everybody. Maybe in São Paulo. São Paulo, I'll be there. We'll do something for everybody in Brazil. Tô falando aqui que eu acho que para o fim do ano a gente vai para o Brasil. A gente pode ir para Carlos Novas, pode ir para São Paulo, mas 2026 vai ser Brasil, tá? So, hope you guys feel this video. And don't be scared. Don't be scared. We are all protected by the good ones. Pray before heading out your house. Make sure you pray for your house. Make sure you pray for your loved ones. Meditate before. And bring that beautiful energy, that beautiful think and hear and visualize what you're going to do throughout the day prior of doing it, and it will happen. Visualize it. Wake up in the morning, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to drive this car, I'm going to come back and have a great day, have a nice dinner, and I'm going to go sleep. Always visualize it. Everything that you're going to do in a day, and do it as you visualize it. If you have to write it down a day prior, visualize it. Always do it. All right, that's a good tip. Make sure you write that down. Much love to all. Okay? I love you so much. Kisses. Much love to all that watch this video. Hearts, love, kisses. Akuria Mate. Akuria Mate. Heaven to earth, baby. Let's go. Akuria Mate.
Carries within him the glow of 1,000 suns. Boots on the ground, but his heart flies away to the stars where silence hums. A soldier's destiny, where the cosmos is.